What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, ladies and gentlemen? We have the Trentonator in the house. Tweet T squared, I almost said tweet squared. T squared right here.
Tweebird.
And guys, don't worry. I have my XRP hat right here. I decided to just, gel up the hair and make it look fancy today, and just hang out and chill with you guys. Got my collared gaming shirt on. You got the Kirby, some Bomberman and Mario in there, guys. That's how we roll on Lazy Saturday, right? And right? Let's get some music going too, because
My shirt says chill season, not to be confused with chill guy.
chill guy. Well, like Taylor season. But welcome in, guys. So before we get started, everybody knows the drill, because everybody understands YouTube has the greatest algorithm on this planet. To get yourself seen, they want you to go in each video at the very beginning and be like, smash that like button up, not down, bring the fire. Rocked my camera, now I have to tweak it. Tweak. And then secondly, that they want us to do on top of that is, see this little bell? You gotta give it a little jingle and a ringle and hit the subscribe button on the corners. Do it over there, guys. It's easy to find. I would show you, but I'm not at your screen. So check out the subscribe button. And if you really want to go the extra mile on the YouTube algorithm, you know what I'm saying, check out the notification bell and you'll be notified when we post videos. Come on, let's go, guys. That's fire. That is sauce right there. We love the sauce. Then I brought me a tropical little things IPA hazy style, man. I always love this brand. I actually forgot my mug. I'll have to go get it for you in a second. Maybe I'll drink the can. We're running at 7% right there. Not bad. Not bad little thing. Does it have a story around to it? The story is that it's a great beer. It doesn't have anything significant out of it. Let's get that crisp poppy opener. There you go, guys. Savage. I'll slam it. Let's shotgun it. Ready? 3. I'm not kidding. You gotta enjoy it a little bit, man. Smells fruity. Smells a little like I don't know, man, like a warm day on the beach in California. Glad I don't live in the desert though. I live out in the water. Not in California. Tastes like orange peels. What up, Dan? What up, Dan? You know what I just noticed, Dan? Me and the Trentonator switch spaces, because usually I like to go a point like this at him, but he's over here, so I'm always like, he's over there, guys. Oh, hey-oh, magic trick. I did have no hands. Did you guys see that? What is happening? No, we're good. We're good, Dan. We're just hanging out. We're going to go over some articles, over some charts, and then Trent's going to give a deep dive on our new tool that we just got sponsored by Trading Pro. Oh, not Trading Pro.
Crypto Analyzer Pro.
Crypto Analyzer Pro. Thank you, Trentonator. Thank you. And then I have not used it yet. I don't know if you could tell from me stuttering right there on struggling the name. That's my fault. But Trent, I just logged in, created an account. It's free for another month, and Trent's going to talk me through showing you how it's used, because I have never used it. So you guys get to sit there and watch me off camera, on camera, figure this stuff out. Anyways, Trent, go ahead and take it away. Pop open your beer. Show us what you got.
Well, we are the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube, as you know. And that being said, I went a little too hard last night. So, I gotta come at you guys with the water today, because we're being the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube means that sometimes you do have to drink water. So
is that a picture of you, Dan, in your profile picture? What are you doing? Look like you got a club.
Like a band. Lame. Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do.
It's sparkling water. Nesquik sparkling. So he's playing around with it.
Purified water for your thirst.
Purified water.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and dive into it. I'll start with a little overview. Pop this on the screen and let's roll. So, here's the dashboard that you see when it comes up. So, you see there's only 37 members. So this guy his name is Greg. He just built this pretty recently this year, and he's making this free, completely free for another 26 days. Which means if you make an account, like you're gonna have a free account. You'll get grandfathered in with a free account. So, after 26 days, after he feels, like it's truly out of beta, then he's gonna probably charge $9.99 a month for this. That's subject to change, I guess. He's figuring out. Part of the beta is, and part of the value of people making free accounts is to actually provide feedback, right? And get a sense of what the community thinks that this tool should be worth, right? And so $9.99 is just what he's set for it right now. That could change, but if you make a free account, you're grandfathered in. Your account's going to stay free. So that's that. You make a free account, and you don't even have to put debit card information in or anything. It just, you literally give your email and make a free account. So that's where we are at. You notice the tickers up here, and the tickers are, it's not just running the ticker symbols for cryptos, it's running all these news stories. And so one of the first things that you notice on the layout is a news aggregator right here. So it'll show you, based on some of the latest. So this is 33 minutes ago, 41 minutes, about an hour ago. And you can scroll through them, if that's what you want to do. You can also view all. And so we're going to come, let's just check this out right here. So what you're going to find is this over here on the right column is the AI summary of the source article. And you can go to the source article, which I'll do here in a minute, but I'm going to read the AI first. It says Bitcoin price resumed its upward trend this week as it crossed an important resistance at $97,000 and reached its highest level since February. Bitcoin price resumed its, I already read that. Bitcoin was trading at around $96,500 last check Saturday. That's up 30% from its lowest in April. This article looks at some of the top 3 reasons it may surge to a new all-time high this year. Bitcoin supply in exchanges is falling. The first main bullish aspect is that the supply of Bitcoin on exchanges has tumbled to $1.42 million or 1.42 million Bitcoin, the lowest level in over 6 years. So we know that the supply of Bitcoin coming off of exchanges is bullish, and it's for a very simple reason. If people are moving Bitcoin from exchanges to self-custody, it means that they're not planning on selling it soon, right?
Right.
Really, really
Exactly.
simple concept. There are now 1.42 million coins on centralized exchanges, its lowest level since November 2018. Wow. The supply stood at $3.21 million at its 3.21 million Bitcoin at its highest level since 2018. More data shows that the supply of Bitcoin outside exchanges jumped to 18.43 million. These numbers, wow, that's really interesting, right? Because the total supply is 21 million, and obviously there's still an emissions rate, so we have not reached max supply yet. So this is like the vast majority of the supply of Bitcoin is in self. Is that right? That can't be right. I don't know. These numbers mean that investors are not selling their coins, which may lead to a supply squeeze as demand continues rising. Some of the top Bitcoin holders have no intention to sell anytime soon. Michael Saylor's strategy, which holds over 2% of the total supply, is continuing to buy. Similarly, top companies like Coinbase, Tesla, Galaxy Digital, and Block have
What
not.
up? What up, JG?
What up, JG? Block is formerly Square, right? And Block have not hinted that they will sell. BTC supply on exchanges. So I'll go to the source article now. And we've got crypto.news. I've been to this site plenty of times. Let's see, top 3 reasons Bitcoin price will soar to a new all-time high. Reason number 1, Bitcoin supply in exchanges is falling. Got you. Reason number 2, retail and institutional demand is high. Finally, Bitcoin's price has strong technicals that may push it higher in the long term since it has remained above the ascending triangle connecting the lowest swings since August 5th last year. Bitcoin has jumped above the key resistance level at $88,690, the neckline of the double bottom pattern. It has also jumped above the 50-day and 100-day exponential moving averages. Therefore, there are signs that it is gaining momentum, which will push it above $100,000 first and then to its all-time high. So, good stuff. The most interesting part of this to me is this idea that there are now only 1.42 million Bitcoin on centralized exchanges. That just sounds so wild to me. But they're taking this from sentiment, I guess. So it must be right. That's just really crazy. So, but then again, like, obviously it's changing hands every second of every day, right? So I suppose that's enough. More than enough.
If I was a hacker, I would get smart about this, Trent, because if you can hack some company for like tens of thousands of BTC or whatever, instead of just like cashing it out, because how do you cash it out without getting caught, is what you do is you burn that entire supply and causes, a shoot up in price. And then where you have your other crypto hiding on the side, then you sell that and you pocket the money.
That sounds way more complicated than just becoming really good at trading.
Well, you see people like get hacked, like BitFi got hacked for a huge amount of like coins, and they're like, how do we? They're like, let's shift it around all these different wallets. Like they move like hundreds of thousands of wallets, just trying to find a way to hide it to be able to offload it. I'm like, why not just burn everything, and then where you hold that supply, you just sell out of your smaller wallets. I'm sure they have larger bags for that good at hacking.
Oh, I was never showing the source article when I went there, but here it is. Here's the source article that the aggregator was pulling from. So, basically the point is everything that's on here is aggregated. We have crypto news BTC. I've never seen this outlet, the Merkle. Bitcoin Systemi, the CoinRise, Daily Hodl. So, we've got a news BTC. So this is just, this is aggregating. Let's see, Cardano, a coiled spring, whales accumulate, price rebound. Got you. So good stuff here. It's nice. What I like about it is that it's nice to have your news aggregated right there in the same place that you're getting a market overview for the day. So I like that. So then we come down here and we see market sentiment. Block bullish coin, 17 bullish coins, 83 bearish coins in the top 100. And I got to get confirmation on this from Greg. But again, I do believe that just means that 83 coins in the top 100 are down right now on the day. So we have top movers for the last 24 hours. Dexy, Layer, Flare, ADA, Form, top losers, Trump, Pengu, IMX, Core, and Bonk. Oh, here's another cool thing that I haven't talked about yet. So you can track your portfolio on this, which right now I use what do I use? The coin.
I use CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, I use CoinMarketCap to do it, and I also use it's called the Coin Perspective, I think, and it's anyways, I'm not gonna go show that, it's gonna get me off track, but it's cool that you can track your portfolio right here in the same place that you're aggregating your news, and you're getting a market overview for the day, right? You can build like a watch list right here of your top picks, so that you can track those right at a glance as well. You have your market overview coming in at total crypto market cap coming in at $2.99 trillion, 24-hour volume coming in at 48.74 billion, Bitcoin dominance at 63.9%, with ETH dominance, Ether, I don't even know her, 7.41%. And you have, again, it showed it over here as well, but you have your top gainers, top losers. Right here, it shows 3 for each, and it shows 5 over here. You have some AI generated analysis, right here, where you can refresh it, and it'll give you a little titty bit.
Mouse,
I didn't mean to say that. That was titty with a D, which can also still be mistaken for another. Anyways,
Trent, where are you at? I just see crypto news. I've been like lost trying to figure out where your mouse has been at.
Oh, right here. Oh, I did not go back to the tool yet. Dang, I gotta stop doing that. Okay.
I know. I'm like looking at what you're looking at. I'm like, it doesn't look the same to me.
Share this tab instead. Should be there now. So, there you go.
Now you owe us an extra 5 minutes of explaining.
Yeah, right. AI generated analysis. The current market shows predominance of bearish sentiment, with 83% of assets declining. So that is what it is. It's just 83 coins in the top 100 are down on the day. Despite a moderate level of greed indicated by the Fear and Greed Index at 65, Bitcoin and Ethereum are experiencing slight losses, suggesting a potential consolidation phase that could lead to further downside if bearish momentum continues. However, the notable gains in projects like Dexy and Solaire may present opportunities for selective investment in altcoins, especially if Bitcoin stabilizes and recovers. And we got top coins. So, there's that. What do you want me to do next, Tyler? Do you want me to go into the AI coin analysis, or do you want me to talk you? Yeah, I'll talk you through doing it.
All right, guys, here we go. We're in coin analysis. First time ever. Besides, I made an account when I was at work and then got locked out of my own account. So here we are, my wife's account. Okay, Trent. So if I wanted to upload an image, and let's do it's top 100 only, right?
Yeah.
Is it Kosh in the top 100?
Negative.
Oh, 141.
Yeah.
Hey, how's that work? So it only does top 100, right? But if things are constantly moving out, in and out, does that change?
Apparently, it changes. Yeah, because it's an API. It's drawing this from CoinMarketCap. So, as CoinMarketCap changes, this will change.
So let's look at Forkcoin. Okay, so where do I go if I want to pull the chart AI analysis? Probably right here, right?
Right.
There's the portfolio on the top, dashboard, top 100 portfolio AI analysis. As far as I know, and Trent knows, we do not have a light mode yet, so you have to bear with the brightness of my shades coming out to your screen.
Yes.
So if I'm looking at BTC right now, how do I change it to?
So scroll up
Right here?
and up a little more. So where it says go to cryptocurrencies page, just click on the word cryptocurrencies.
Left or right side?
Up top, right after it says AI chart analysis.
Oh, okay.
No. Right above the black squares. AI chart analysis.
Black squares?
Well, yeah. Right.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then scroll to Fartcoin and click it.
Is there a search or do you have to scroll? Here it is. Search.
Yeah, you can search.
Fartcoin price 110, market cap 1.1. I think it'd be a good idea to have a B added on here to show the billions or millions. Rather than sit here and like hundreds, thousands, millions, billions. Okay.
Yeah.
Volume $111 million an hour, down 7%. It'd be cool to have show the amount of volume it's down to. Okay, anyways, we're going to Fartcoin.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the red triangle mean?
Invalid symbol. This symbol does not exist.
I feel like it does. Exists there. What did I do differently though, Trent?
Oh, well, I don't know. Scroll down. No. Oh yeah. No, that's right. You had to click a pair that you want to grab.
Wait, so explain to me again. That way everybody knows.
Yeah. So, well, once you got there, all that happened was you had to click, top left of the trading view panel that it has open, so you could select the pair, the trading pair that you want to show up on your screen.
You select the coin. Okay, yeah. So let's pretend we're gonna change it. Okay.
Okay.
So if you wanted to change it to a different coin, like let's change it to Bonk. No, something's still not right. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning. We're gonna go to portfolio. We'll go to AI analysis. From AI analysis, you go to cryptocurrencies. From here, you can hit search. We type in Bonk. We hit Bonk. Oh, that one pulled up. Interesting.
Nice.
Interesting, but then you can put in your trading pairs. I like using XC. Okay, so now we got the whole charts. Is there any way to kind of get make this into like squished? I can see all of it at once or no?
Well, just like any trading view panel, I mean, you can just like you're doing, you can pull it in.
Does that reset every time?
No. Does it reset every time? Probably.
Okay. Well, we're just not gonna pull it in. All right. Anyway, so now we're in Bonk.
Yeah.
Now, so how do we upload an image to it? It shows you got the RSI, MACD, and stochastics right here.
Got the Stokes. So scroll up. Now, what I want you to do is keep scrolling up. Yeah, right there. So what I want you to do is select right next to where it says Bonk and then next to the candlesticks. I want you to select the time frame that you want.
Okay, we're gonna do the 1 hour.
Okay, and now you're gonna go to the top right of your panel and click that camera button.
Take a snapshot. Can you just copy or do you have to download it?
Download it, because you'll have to upload it.
Okay.
Now scroll all the way down. Yeah, down even more. No, yep. Up. And now you're going to where it says step 1, choose trading analysis type. You're going to select trade setup because that's probably what you want.
All right.
When you're selecting technical analysis, all it does is it just gives you, some paragraphed bullet points.
Yeah, am I doing
About
that right, Trent? Is it because it looks? Is it selecting it?
yeah, it is.
All
Yep.
right.
Now you're going to step 2, upload your
Why is
chart.
the bubble not highlighted?
It is.
Oh, it looks like this one's highlighted.
Now that one's highlighted.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cleared out. Okay.
So step 2, upload your chart image for analysis. So select file.
Oh, bonk. Hit open. Okay, so it's in here now. We
Yep.
upload the image.
And then step 3, you're going to select your settings that you want there. So risk appetite.
We'll just do moderate. We'll do short term. Time
Okay.
frame swing trading. We'll do scalping.
Okay. And let's do go ahead and step 4, you'll select your TA option. So whatever you want it to take into consideration when it's giving you your setups.
Okay, let's just go with that.
Okay. Now, this is arguably the most important part, and I haven't really done this the way I should yet. But input output, right? Like it's gonna put out as much as you put in. So, you would want to be hyper specific with what your goals are, what you're looking to get out of the analysis.
And looking for scalping trades when analyzing.
Right. And obviously one way you could do that is like you could have I know this is kind of funny, but you could have ChatGPT give you a paragraph to put in there. But
analyzing, we are analyzing. Whoa, what did I do wrong, Trent?
No, you didn't do nothing wrong. Those are all your trade setups.
Why does it say entry 0?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you know what?
No, I don't.
you know what? Because it's bonk. It's got all those zeros in front of it, and I think that's I think that's messing this thing up a little bit. It doesn't like to work with that because it's trying to give you again, it's trying to give you nice round numbers, So
let's try Barcoin then. And guys, this is just the information we're gonna relay to Greg so Greg can work on improving this amazing tool when it's all dialed in. We're more than happy to help him with that.
Yeah.
Because Farcoin doesn't have a bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to Farcoin.
Because you know what it was doing, right? It was rounding that number to 0.
Mm-hmm. Which is one of the things that we were going to talk to him about because it likes to do flat numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 second. All right. Let's throw in.
Entry 0, take profit 0, stop loss 0.
So another question, Trent, is that we have Farcoin up, but it shows bonk chart.
Well, did you ever go change your
trading pair? Well, why is it throwing up the ticker symbol than bonk chart?
Because you didn't go up to the cryptocurrencies tab and then change your.
So how do you go back from right where I'm at?
Scroll up.
That? Do I just have to scroll up, hit portfolio analysis again to refresh the page?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. And then from here.
Well, you're still right now it's gonna do the same thing because it's gonna say BTC chart.
Okay, what did I do wrong?
Well, go up, scroll up.
Yeah.
Okay, now go wait. Go up and click on cryptocurrencies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, we got John 316 in the chat.
What up, John 316?
Thanks for
Good
being here.
Good name. Invalid symbol. So now we
Hey,
got the symbol.
Hey,
Is that-
actually, he said thoughts on Crow, so let's just do Crow.
dude, Crow's my pick, man. We were trying to do that last time, though. Remember?
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
Okay. A good.
Hearing
Also,
that.
cool thing, John, about Crow is we have an interview set up with one of our, I would say local, but he's not local. Local on YouTube, Crow experts. He's coming on, I believe. We are projected for May 10th. May 10th, and we will give you Crow.
yeah.
Yay! I like Crow. Wait, did I do this? Did I do this right, Trent?
Yeah. Mhm.
No. Oh, did I?
Well, go up. Oh yeah, there. You just do it from there because it's gonna.
All
Look,
right.
look, go to cryptocurrencies and then select Crow. Click on it.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. I'm gonna change to the 1 hour.
Well, click Crow USDT in the panel.
Oh yeah. It's only gonna pull from Binance.
That's fine. Hey, I appreciate your YouTube name there, John 316. We love Jesus. We love His Word, and yeah, we're always excited when someone jumps on here.
This
that,
isn't right, Trent. This
showing
is something else.
a witness of their faith. Amen.
Yes, we love the Lord Jesus with all our heart, mind, and soul.
Which is why I do have to jump off after we cover Crow right now, because I've got a prayer meeting to be at later. So there you go. Go ahead and click the camera.
Oh yeah, that's right. Getting my steps. We're gonna download the image. Image
Yep.
has been downloaded. Cool.
Now scroll down.
I'm gonna scroll down. Now we hit upload image. Actually, we can do a couple of the steps first, but
Well, actually, you're gonna click trade setup. Don't skip step 1.
yeah. We want trade setup. Crow.
Hey, thanks for
Step
the
2.
sub,
Okay.
John 316. You know, if you follow me on we do have our Twitter page, the Blockchain Brew. My personal Twitter page is Bible and Crypto. If you're interested, I'll drop a link in the comments. I haven't been as active as I want to lately, but I want to get back to posting about a lot of theological topics.
Oh, if I
and
change the
stuff.
time frames, we want moderate risk. We're gonna go long term on it. We're not gonna go swing trading. We want positive day trading, scalping, swing trading, day trading, positive. What's position trading? So it's gonna go. Looking for long term hold. Long term hold. See what it says with that. Analyze. Analyzing chart, guys. We're showing you how to use this tool.
And there's my my Bible and Crypto Twitter page. I just dropped down there for you.
All right, there we go. Now we got some numbers to work with. All right, so we got several. We have a short setup, a long setup, and a long setup. Okay. Entry 69, stop loss at 66, take profit at 75 cents. All right, 7.5 cents. Risk reward ratio 2.
Yeah, you would like to take profit at 75 cents.
Yeah, right. What's risk reward ratio?
So, if you enter the trade,
Isn't it long term setup? Is this long term? How long is long term?
What do you mean?
Well, because
how long is
7.5 cents, that could be there Monday or Tuesday.
Sure.
You know?
Well, but that's why you chose your settings at the beginning. You chose a scalp, a short term. You also uploaded the 1 hour chart.
Oh,
that's true.
so do the 1 hour
yeah.
chart.
Yeah.
Okay, what it says, so setup 1 is enter at 69, stop loss at 66, take profit at 75, looking for a 6 cent gain. risk reward ratios 2.0?
So, we'll have to ask Greg about that because I'm used to seeing risk reward ratios set at like like a 1-to-1, right? Or, like how much money are you risking to make how much money? So, if it's a 2, I'm gonna assume that it's saying you're risking $100 to make $200. So I'm assuming that's a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. But we'll get a sure answer for that from Greg. But I like that it gives the risk reward ratio there because you do want to know.
Enter the test bounce back by the MACD potential bullish crossover.
JG said Jesus said give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar when he saw money. I wonder what he would have said about Bitcoin. I like to believe he'd be a Bitcoin maxi. I actually have I hold 500K. Heck yeah, man. I'm a Cardano guy myself, but our boy Tyler here is a big crow
fanatic
guy.
You got me beat, John 316. I saw a lot of people say this week that they're 100% in crow. Are you 100% in crow? Are you diversified?
So JG,
I think crow will also, to John 316, will hit new all-time highs. I'm projecting $1 to $2. Just my own personal belief and projection.
JG, I believe this story here is from about Matthew chapter 23 or so. And obviously there's other versions of this in the other synoptic gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. But the Pharisees asked Jesus a question here saying, hey, should we pay taxes to Caesar? And they were trying to catch him in a trap question, because either way he answered that question, he was going to get in trouble, so to speak, with one of the two groups of people there, right? He was going to get in trouble with the Jews if he said pay taxes to Caesar, because they're under Roman imperial control. And if he says pay taxes to Caesar, he's supporting the man, right? If he says don't pay taxes to Caesar, well, then he's in trouble with the Romans, and they have more fuel to accuse him before the Romans, which was their plot to have him crucified, right? So Jesus answers this brilliantly, and he says, hey, whose image is on the coin? Right? The answer was Caesar's. And he says, well, then give to Caesar what is Caesar's, but give to God what is God's. And, there's an unspoken message in that, I believe, which is whose image is on you, right? Jesus said, whose image is on the coin? Caesar's. Then give to Caesar what is Caesar's. However, make sure you give to God what is God's. And the right answer to that is everything is God's, right? Like he allows Caesar to have his face on a coin for a time. And then what happens to Caesar? The Roman Empire falls, right? But God's kingdom is everlasting. And he says, give to whose image is on the coin. He says, that whose image is on you, right? Genesis 1, we're made in the image of God. Then give yourself to God is actually the message. And, so getting into Bitcoin, well, whose image is on Bitcoin? It's a funny thing, right? Because it's decentralized. I have an article about this on my personal Twitter, actually, about why Bitcoin is actually, and I would include Cardano in this, but why Bitcoin, it actually aligns, and why decentralization aligns with biblical values that you see in the Old Testament about the way the Old Testament treated property rights. Right, the Hebrew scriptures had a very high value on secondary sovereignty is what you would call it. Just meaning that only God is sovereign, but he's given us a secondary sovereignty where he allows us to be stewards over what is ours, right? And you know, the Hebrew scriptures placed a high ethic on property rights, and Bitcoin is pure property because of self custody. Even you buy a house in the United States, and later down the road, your income changes and you can't afford the property tax on the house. Well, what happens? They're going to take it away eventually, right? They're going to put a lien on it. Like is it ever truly yours? Like, is it ever purely yours?
Well, that's the funny thing too about property tax. I'm like, hey, if you own something, why are you paying taxes on what you own? If you don't pay,
Right.
then you take it away.
Right. Bitcoin is pure property, and I would add Cardano to that, as well.
I think it's interesting thought too, Trent, is thinking about like, Adam and Eve, first man on earth. So can he be like, this whole earth is mine, I'm taking it? That wasn't his thought process. He was like, this is God's, I'm going to be fruitful and, work at it and produce and do what he said and grow. So, I mean, when you think about it like that concept, it's like, do we really own anything here? You know what I mean?
Right. Wow,
that's deep.
Yeah.
Going back into this, Trent, I had some couple more questions as I was kind of scrolling through while you were talking. So I'm reading JG's comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, JG. I think they do both exist. What was I saying? So the price of Crow right now is 9 cents. Okay. So it says entry is 69 for a long, which means it's going to have to come down 30% to get into that long. But then take profit would be 7.5%, which is kind of funny because we're not even but we're a penny and a half above this.
Mm-hmm.
So you go into like these long entries, so you have to wait for the price to come down 30%. So you go, okay, right. Well, we're in the bullish territory. I don't think it's gonna come this low, but you could set up. Let's say hypothetically, let's set some setups. Up for this trade. Now, if it does come down this low, I think the odds of you getting a bounce back would be really likely, unless we go into a bear market. Now, another thing too was like the short setups. We're at 9 cents right now. Well, you can't put a short setup in. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's above these prices. So you're kind of in like a weird middle ground on how to act on this. Like, stop loss is at 7.3 where you're above that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
on the 1 hour, we are in a choppy place right now.
Well, so then you go down,
but it says, it's doing this.
But then it says the current market conditions. Well, we're above 10, just below 10 cents. So you could hypothetically say, put a stop loss at 10 cents. Because if we hit that, the likelihood of us coming back down to 0.09 is more higher. And then the market conditions for Crow indicate consolidation with potential breakout signals. The RSI is near the 50-day mark, suggesting indecision, while the MACD shows possible crossover for upward momentum. The stochastic oscillator is neutral zone, indicating room for movement in either direction. And then it gives you your long setups and your short setup entry points. It says the risk assessment. The market shows equal potential for both long and short setups due to current consolidation. Long-term consolidations, long setups have slight preference with potential bullish indicators, but remain cautious in consolidating lead to false breakouts. Now, granted, this is kind of hard to create because you don't want somebody just to be able to take the AI analyst as word as law. You know what I mean? But I really feel like these setups are extremely conservative, which I thought I was more and I was on the more moderate side.
Well, and this is why what I'm gonna do in between now and Monday, I think, is like I'm gonna get a good paragraph ready to enter into that field down there, and I'm gonna say, hey, like this is what I want. This is my risk tolerance, and I'm okay with a stop loss. I'm okay losing 10% on this trade if it hits my stop. I want to be more aggressive on this trade. Hit me with it, and really just kind of equip it with a good paragraph
Yeah.
about what you want, and then see what it gives you. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Maybe you want to cover some more crow with John 3:16 before you hop off. But I'm gonna start getting ready for prayer tonight. And then you probably got family and stuff too to tend to. But
I just did more aggressive because I'm trying to see. I don't remember what the difference was though.
yeah,
69, 77, long-term take profit, 73. I don't know. We'll have to keep playing around with this tool, guys. We're helping Greg grow and develop his tools, and it's nice to get more eyes on it to see how other people understand it. And the fact that we have somebody working with us on creating something like this as this our size, we were like we're David, and we maybe look small, but we're gonna grow into a great kingdom in a sense. And yeah, we might have trials and errors along the way, but that's all part of growth, and we live to be better every single day. And so keep pressing in, guys. This is just one small stone that we got in our sling to help become a greater channel.
yeah, man, yeah,
Referencing
heck
David.
yeah.
So anyway, so there is cryptoanalyzerpro.com, guys. It's free for the 25 days. Download it, check it out, because we've talked to this guy, Mr. Greg, and he is a great dude. He's putting a lot of time and effort into the development. He has his own little close team that he's working with. We're giving him feedback. He's self-developing. And one of the first things I'm going to suggest is create a night mode, because for me to stare at this chart for a long period of time, it actually is quite bright on me. But anyway, so there we go. We're going to close this chart out. And we're going to go do some of our own TA on Crow using Market Cipher, because I am general curious.
As I'll give my little sign off. This is the most hydrated community on YouTube. And to be part of that, smash that like button.
Hit that subscribe. And if you want to go the extra mile, just like David did and walked out in faith, hit that notification bell, because get notified when these little giants walk out on the playing field.
Heck yeah. I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.
Later, dude. All right, so before I go jump into a trade analysis using Market Cipher on TradingView, I did want to get my greatest fun part out of the way, and we're gonna go over this real fast. Why is it not there? Hey, Trent, can you still hear me? Hey, Trent. Nope, he's gone. He's gone. Okay. Well, we try to get a hold of him real fast. Anywho, we are partnered up with BitBuy. Check the link down in the description for our BitBuy. BitBuy link, I guess. BitBuy partners with Ledger to launch limited edition hardware wallets debuts at Token 2049 in Dubai, which is going on right now. Unless it might have ended, but I believe it's still going on. Special edition wallet retains the advanced security features of the original Ledger Nano X while incorporating custom BitBuy design elements, including visual branding with customized packaging. The symbolizing of a deep collaboration on user asset protection and Web3 innovation, the wallet is equipped for secure element chip, supports the offline storage of a wide range of digital assets, and defends against common forms of cyber attacks, offering users an enhanced standard of self-custody. This looks like what it was launched in in Token 2049 in Dubai, the all-in platform for crypto and Web3. That actually looks kind of slick. The secure by design Ledger X BitFi hardware wallet makes it an official launch. The launch drew large crowds on the BitFi booth at Token 2049, where many attendees successfully received the limited edition wallet by completing live interaction designed for secure self-custody. The Ledger X BitFi wallet gives users full control over their private keys and assets, reducing reliance on centralized platforms and elevating personal asset sovereignty. Michael, co-founder of BitFi, commented at the event, Token 2049 coincides with BitFi's 5th anniversary, making this milestone moment for this collaboration with Ledger reflects on continued commitment to asset security. The limited edition wallet is designed especially for high net worth individuals who demand institutional grade protection for their digital assets. Expanding horizons, BitFi's vision for the global growth and market leadership. In addition to the co-branded wallet, BitFi showcased its on-chain trading solution, MoonX, at the event as a flagship product. BitFi's SEX plus DEX dual engine strategy. MoonX merges the transparency of the on-chain execution with high-speed performance of decentralized systems, delivering an ultra-smooth, seamless trading experience tailored to the rising demands of DeFi users. The launch of MoonX not only expands the boundaries of BitFi's trading ecosystem, but also promotes greater diversity in the trading methods and empowers users with more choice and flexibility. Looking ahead, BitFi will continue to strengthen collaboration with global partners and infrastructure providers, accelerating the deployment of innovative products and further solidifying its global service capabilities. About Ledger Nano X. Ledger Nano X is a hardware wallet that's certified for independent security labs. It features a tamper-proof secure element chip that safely stores users' private keys. Any unauthorized access attempts to trigger a self-destruct mechanism, ensuring maximum protection. That's kind of scary. So if somebody tries to hack into your wallet, does your wallet just self-destruct and you lose everything that you have on it? Ensuring maximum protection. Additional features include PIN protection, a 24-word recovery phrase, encrypted Bluetooth connectivity, and hidden wallet accessible via separate pins, delivering a comprehensive security for crypto asset holders. I wonder how many people are going to accidentally destroy their own crypto because they forgot the passwords to log in. Founded in 2020, BitFi has been recognized by Forbes as one of the world's top 10 crypto exchanges, officially listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, and it holds MSB licenses in multiple jurisdictions. It also is a member of South Korea's Code this Alliance. Today, BitFi serves users in 190 countries with a global user base exceeding 1 million. The platform supports spot, virtual, and on-chain trading, enabling access over to 600 cryptocurrencies and 500,000 plus meme coin pairs. BitFi is committed to delivering a world-class crypto trading experience. Build your dreams finance. Website, support, partnerships, and media. I think that's the end of the article. Well, you have it, guys. BitFi. Here we go into Storm. I don't know what Storm is. First star is 5 platforms out there. I don't know what that is, but BitFi is growing, guys. Check them out, and I link down below. Just check them out. All right, we're gonna remove Trent, and we are going to add our trades. All right, John 316, you still here? Oh no, I guess he's out. Deuces. Trent's out. Just us, guys. All right. Well, we're gonna go load into the Crow chart. Check it out. I have a trade going on the cost right now, guys. I got into it like right around here, I do believe. I got a yellow X, and I was like, are we breaking out again? That random bomb yellow X. Gosh dang it, manipulation. We get up. I'm like, okay, is this it? And we go push down. I'm kind of looking for that rounded bottom, guys. I think we're getting pretty close to it. The money flow is pretty much peaked out. Hopefully we don't trade sideways because that would kind of be lame, but we got a green dot. We don't got bullish divergence, but we do got convergence saying to the upside. We got green dots, and green dots light up when there's like the maximum fears in the market when you get that bottom green dot, which is saying long when the night is the darkest. And then we got I always talk about when we start getting like a red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. We're kind of getting that indecision where it's like, does it really want to go down more? And my own back testing, it's actually shown when you start getting that indecision, it's more likely for us to break out. So we're down in the trade, but we're still in it. We'll see if it plays out, and then we're going to move into Crow. Where you at, Crow? I have you saved in here someplace. Here you are. Here you are, Crow. Here you are. I'm just going to delete all of our drawings so we get a clean chart to look at. Oh, that would have been a nice wick catch long on that. Would have been instantly up on that. Well, and also with this, we did get bullish divergence on it, and I'll draw it out for you guys right here so you guys can see it. A pretty sharp bullish divergence too. Knowing that it was breaking out. We're only on the 24-minute right now. VWAP still coming up. Looks like that was the deepest wave on the money flow. Red. RSI strengths at 52. We're pointing up to the upside, saying that we are oversold, so we should expect some movement to the upside. On the 24-minute and the 1 hour shows we still have the bullish divergence is not there on the 1 hour, just on the 24-minute. So we do get the blue oscillator waves curving in on each other. I mean, I'm trying to make like a hand symbol. They kind of go like this. Okay, I don't know how to describe it. The blue oscillator waves, you got the light blue and the dark blue. And when they cross, it's saying that we have a bullish indication going upwards. We got the green dot. The VWAP is above the zero line. The red money flow is kind of tiny. Maybe it's kind of using it like a little springboard where we come down, we use the springboard and we shoot up. Strength still is tilted up. It's not plateauing, but we are getting signs for it kind of flattening out, maybe sideways action. It's saying on the 1 hour we are oversold, which is more of a negative sign. And then we have a doji candle coming in right here with the small body with the large wicks on either side, and that's usually a sign of a trend reversal. So this downtrend may or may not end yet. This is the 21 MA. Usually we like to come up and touch it, so we might get like a more downwards action, and then we get that shot up to the top. Kind of depends on what Bitcoin is also doing, but we're going to expand to the 4 hour. The 4 hour, we have a red X, which is usually a sign of a short, but it has not closed yet with 2 hours left. We got the VWAP coming up and the dual blue oscillator wave still coming down, but they're not like sharp. So we got the VWAP coming out up. The blue oscillator waves kind of almost chilling out. So it's a sign of some sort of buying coming in that's bringing the price up. The strength kind of had a little flick right there. We're at 76 strength on the RSI. On the 4 hour, we're saying we're still oversold, so we could get some movement to the upside. And if you really zoom out, we're in this almost like flag-like pattern. It's trying to figure out what it wants to do. We broke out of that flag by a lot. Probably whacked all those stinking longs, but then we bounced back up and we're back into the flag pattern. So we're kind of waiting to see what we get. In the daily, there is bearish divergence, it looks like. Small, but it is there. Okay, so possible short opportunity on Crow, which I don't like saying because I like Crow, but as a trader, there is some sort of opportunity that I do see there. Maybe come back down to the 21 MA, which will be 87.087. So we will take a look at that as time comes on. Now we jump into the BDC. What we got going on with Bitcoin? Bitcoin has bearish divergence on the daily still. 2 hours to remain. Not super great. Not super great. On the 4 hour, you really could see that bearish divergence being spanned out over this time frame. And we got the 21, it's way up here. We got the 50 coming in up high too. The 80, 100, 200. One of these green lines are the strength, but I don't know why I can't see which one it is. Because one of these lines are a fake line. I never quite noticed that before, that we have two greens like that. I think this must be the 80. This must be this money flow coming in. Oh, there you go. Figured that one out. Silly thing. You look like this, man. It's kind of looking bearish, man. We're getting really tight in this channel as we zoomed out to kind of get a look at it. You know, if we do break out of it, which is not guaranteed that we'll break down, you know, I mean, we could be looking at what everyone calls for 102 or 104 range up over here, which would be our next area of support, which is pretty much, we could come up here and wick to all-time high and then come back down, cool off, which is maybe a scenario that we shall see. VWAP curving up on the 4 hour, the 1 hour. We're still on this channel. It looks like we're bouncing off this channel. kind of want the charts to kind of be showing us something a little bit more clear. Not super crazy about it. Not super crazy, man. I would like to see it come back up. Anybody want to take a look at any coins, or we're just going to be scrolling through, just having fun? So, look at Solana. Green dot, green dot. We had bullish divergence right here on the 24-minute. This is why you guys always have to be looking at different coins on the charts. Trying to find those trades that play out. Daniel is still here, thank goodness. Talking to myself. Another bullish divergence. You can see it playing out on the 24-minute. VWAP still coming in almost on a sharp point up. It's saying that we're oversold coming up and strength coming up. Okay, now let's go take a look at Link. Continuation DBSI is also showing strength. We go from a 3 to a 10 to a 13. So it looks like we're gaining ground on the bears. You ask about Link a lot, Daniel. You like Link? Do you hold a lot of it? I like Link. I just don't hold any of it. I wish I bought some in the bear market because it's such a useful coin. Like, I don't understand why it's so low, but there's a lot of coins like that I don't quite understand why they're low, but they just are. I think Chainlink is going to be around for a long time. I do plan on acquiring quite a bit of Link. I'm screwed down in my chair, man. I'm having a little bit. My back's a little sore today, man. Chainlink. We're gonna go to a short time frame. We're going to a 12-minute. Double top action on the oscillator waves. Red dots, green, red, green, red. Little indecision. The indecision pulled us down right here, saying that we're oversold, but it's still the bears are still in control, so we're being pulled down. The strength's being pulled down. The VWAP's being pulled down. Just on the immediate time frame that we're in right now. I would expect to see at least more downward transaction on the grand. It's just the 12 minutes, so down at least another 8 cents. Yeah, trend. This is kind of a weird one. It's almost like a doji candle with a bullish momentum ending, but it doesn't look like we have bullish momentum, and it looks like the doji candle is usually a sign of trend reversal. What's interesting though is you have manipulation with the yellow X's, manipulation. It's trying to go back up. Manipulation right here is trying to go back up. It's not quite getting there. We hit the 20. We bounce off it. We close the CME gap right here, and we've been dropping since. So I feel like it has to come back up at least to fill that gap at some point. It's 1475 on Link. Oh, also on the 24-minute, this blue oscillator wave with this yellow X had manipulation, and we created this thick like expel of like money flow, but it kind of stopped. Like we really didn't dump down. We created this huge wave right over here with all this momentum pushing down, and it didn't really stop. It kind of plateaued. We have a little tiny anchor wave, trigger wave, but if you go back and go, bulls are in control, bulls lost a little bit of momentum, bulls lost a little bit of momentum. So looking like there's a possible trade lining up for Link. Let's check out a longer time frame. Check out the 1 hour. The 1 hour, we did get some bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Not crazy amount. It looks like there's some going on right here. Scam likely, guys. Being called by scam likely. You gotta play with a cool. Got to play with a couple of coins, but besides BTC, thanks. And you got to play with them like you're trading them, or do you hold a couple of different coins besides Bitcoin? We have a doji candle on the 1 hour. Strength still tilting up. The red money wave could, or not red money wave, but the money flow could kind of plateau. We hope it's a plateau. It doesn't dig deeper. Like you go back over here, we kind of plateaued, and we kind of gave a little bit more ground before we got up. The VWAP's kind of in the, and it's not really super bullish. I'm not gonna lie. The VWAP, like we want a sharp, kind of like jagged, more up. This is kind of very smooth rock looking. What do you hold, Daniel? How many coins you got? Doji on the 4-hour trend reversal, which is actually, believe it or not, a bullish sign entry, especially because it's red. So really, we use markets hiking the sheet candles here, where they're taking the previous averages, and it's probably farther down on that average. But the fact it's coming up and still red might be a good entry point for a trend reversal. Kind of getting that rounded bottom. Maybe we trade sideways and we create that nice cup looking for a nice rebound. 12-hour looking kind of not super great. I mean, I don't really like this big anchor wave, so we might come down and come back up and make another anchor wave for this anchor wave, trigger wave. We don't really want to make a little trigger wave for this giant anchor. So if we come back up, we want to kind of see a big woof up to the upside. But Chainlink kind of follows Bitcoin for the most part. So if Bitcoin's looking negative, I feel like this is looking more negative. You got Pepe too. I think you told me about Pepe before we looked at Pepe. Pepe's near my bottom. Down 5% for the day. Doji candle for trend reversal. Is it gonna give it back? Is it gonna give it back? Let me go back down to 8-1. I don't know. Ooh, we just watched that red dot. We just watched that candle close. We got a red dot. We're saying bullish this ending. But that red wave is kind of shrinking, man. It is kind of shrinking. The VWAP's printing just slightly down. Let's just close. Yeah, we just watched all these candles close. 24 minutes just closed. Opened up red. The red money wave still, money flow still kind of coming down, you know. So give it like an hour and a half. I bet you we'll probably be in the green money flow. So we could still be trading sideways. Oof, this is kind of a nice sign that we have a big anchor wave in the 80s. Because if we can curve back up nice and gradually and create a nice little trigger wave to go off this anchor wave, because the anchor wave's thick, we will get quite a good bounce off that anchor wave. Mm, 12 hours saying that it could have a little bit more to give, but it doesn't have a whole lot, you know. On the 12 hour, it might only come down to here, if that, from 12 hour. But like I said, it's kind of looking bullish. Pepe actually might turn into a trade. Leave it to meme coins, right? Paying use fighting manipulation too. Wow, look, if you grow that chart, you really want to see they're really manipulation. There's a lot of funkiness going on. They're really trying to push it down to that resistance right here. You know, paying Gu could be an area where you might be looking into a long. Like I could almost see it coming down right here and bouncing up to maybe not gain all of its ground back, but if you start kind of making I don't know, I'm projecting out, okay? So we're coming down to this triangle right here, right? Well, we might see something along the lines of we bounce off it and then we kind of work our way up. Maybe this level where we can kind of get a trade at. That might be a good possible trade for Pengu. Ritual protocol. See if we can spot any bullish divergence on anything. Swee's usually a good runner in this bull run. It kind of leads the way. Let's take a look at Swee. I use it as a pretty good gauge for a lot of other stuff. Deep in the red right here. Deep red. Green dots were firing off in the 24-minute. Same possible long. Look at that funky VWAP. It's like breaks up, kind of goes down, breaks up again, kind of goes down, breaks up. Blue oscillator waves marking bullish. There might be a good sweet trade going on right now on the 24-minute. Everything's trying to break out. It's saying that we're oversold. Strength's coming up. Then almost as Jesus take the wheel, kind of get that one arm, a little head, and an arm. Yeah, I wish I saw that. That would have been a good trade. The 1 hour almost looks like a Jesus take the wheel. This actually might be a trade right here. This might be a trade. The 21's coming up. I wonder if we'll come up and just touch the 21, come back down, or we'll touch the 21, we break back up. The 200's kind of curving down though, which isn't the craziest side in the world. You can actually see the 200 coming up and kind of be like starting to plateau. You're like, oh no, the strength's leaving. But we are in oversold territory, so that's good. Good in the 1 hour. I'll make this chart a little more easy to read. Things about taking those longs, you know, it's a. Hey, thank you, John. We appreciate you showing up and subscribing to us. Did you see the TA I did on Crow? I don't know if you did or didn't. You said night, so I thought I wasn't sure if you were leaving or not. You smash that like button. That's right. Hit the gold thumb. Up, not down, but up. Smash it. The YouTube algorithm's so great, guys. You always have to be begging for them. I always feel silly. I'm like, it's not who I am in real life. I'm usually like, I don't give a flying frick about what people think, but when it comes to YouTube, you have to play by their rules and in their environment, and you're like, yeah. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it. When freaking what I do for a living is I spend a lot of time, you could say, understanding the charts, and I'm in live Crypto Faces Discord, and I'm studying the charts all dang day. And freaking I was in a Crypto Lifers group for the longest time. Took his TA classes, and then we worked with some larger influencers in the space. So it's like been around it a while, and I'm like, dude, I should start something, man. Gotta find my wings. Fly, baby, fly. The thing about SWE is that we were just looking, and it looks pretty bullish on the smaller time frames, and you got like this little macro support right here. We're kind of bouncing off, so we might come back up and hit that 21 day at $3.47, which is still a 20-cent gain. That's like 10% up, but that also could be like a trap too, because you might get my paint pen in here. So we might come up. I just switched off my paint pen. I'm not sure I did that. So we come up, we hit that, and then we can kind of go like this. The problem is, and then bounce off at this area of support. And we do that, everybody's going to be like, we're bullish, and they'll put the longs in, but not realize that you're at this trend line right here, and that you needed to close your scalps before, you know. So if we bounce up, just because Bitcoin kind of looks bearish, it's bullish on the weekly, bearish on the daily. So if we come up, you know, it's a possible good short opportunity to catch like the top and drop back down to right here. And then at this level, oops, that was a really bad line. I'm gonna remove that line. Paint pen back. And at this level, we could see almost a dip like this, and that would launch us up. And this is where I would be looking at possibly taking a long opportunity right here. Like a good long. I might scalp that little bit, but trying to catch a good long like that actually might be something that'll be worth playing out, and we can use that to our advantage, things that other people don't quite look at, you know. Or we come up. This is something else we might do. So this is like scenario 1. This is scenario 2. That's scenario 3. Or we come down here and we do a fake out. We come up and then we drop back down to these ranges down here at 225, which wouldn't be super bullish, I'm not gonna lie. But then we could theoretically could drop down, bounce off this, and everybody thinks the bull runs over, and then it shoots up. I don't know if that kind of makes sense to you guys or not, because I just kind of drew a bunch of crazy yellow W zigzag lines of different opportunities that we might see happen. What is XRP doing? You an H-bar guy, John? I love me H-bar. I love the H-bar. I drew a bunch of stuff over here before. What was I working on? What was I working on? Here, point of control. Wish I knew. Hey, remember we were just talking about? So check this out. This still plays out. We were on SWE, right? SWE's right here. So on SWE, you guys have to pay attention right here. Although maybe not. What were we looking at? I can't remember what we were looking at. But we'll go back to H-bar. The yellow wave, the 200, is moving up, which is a huge bullish signal saying, like, dude, I would put it in like the bull run's like starting to run. Because you go back and, like, you know, the summertime, we kind of have, where am I at? This is the 4 hour. So we get those moves run back here, back in, what is this? November, right? When we get in those October rally, what's it called? October, Moonvember, you know, Christmas Santa rally, Christmas. Well, when we were getting those, the 200 MA was pulling us up, okay? There was all this excitement. And then we kind of got up here, and then we knew that it started looking down. You could put your shorts in. The movement, momentum's over. You kind of come down. You get a little bit up, and then you kind of come back down. If you're watching, look at the 200 MA. It's starting to curve up, guys. And if you want to play off the continuation of this 200 MA, we are going to get alt season here not too long. I'm going to try to draw this carefully. We draw our line. You kind of get like this type happening at the 200. I'm trying to draw it out to like Christmas time. Curves up. How much should we move up right there? From our peak to the bottom. Ish amount of time. Hey, that was pretty good. I'll give myself props on that. One second. So this puts us in July. So, you know, by July, and what's funny about July 26th, that's when XRP, I believe, is last year ended their settlement, or like the first breaking news of it broke out. And then, give me a second, Daniel. And then we could see, you know, the slow draw down, and then we get that lift off for Christmas, and then that's the bull run. You get the woof, quick light up. That's what I want. That's what I want to see, man. Get some crazy mathematical equations like that. You thinking BTC stacking wars are coming? Everyone coming into crypto and getting ready to break out 100K. Like when you say everybody, you're talking about like micro strategies stacking and the Federal Reserve stacking and all that. You know, that's a very real possibility. Now, here's a theory that I heard this week. And I like how it was worded because it helped me kind of put a little bit more stuff in perspective. And maybe I just throw it out. But he said, everybody expects the 4-year cycles. And technically, they have not broken, right? They should theoretically at some point break because it'd be too easy. And that was his point of view. He said, well, everybody told themselves last bull run, guys, we didn't sell our bags at the top. We missed it. And we held them all the way back down. So now this time everybody's going, we're going to sell the top and we're going to go right back down to the bottom and buy in. That's what everybody, all the normies are saying. Maybe that plays out. Or what could happen, just referencing this chart right now, is everybody thinks this is the top. Everybody sells it right there. And then everybody thinks traditionally we should go back down. That's what a normal person would think, right? We would think that we'd go back down. But what if what you're saying is true and people are stacking their Bitcoin, Daniel, and this ends up what actually happens? is Bitcoin becomes really correlated to like the stock market, almost going a 10-year thing, and we keep going like this, and we're just going and we go and we go and we go, and we're on a 10-year path. Well, the 10-year path. You know, we're gonna get the mood swings all along the way where we kind of go. Oh, paint pen. Where we kind of go down, we kind of go like this, and everybody thinks it's gonna be over again, like the normies, and we go, whoa, because of strategic reserves buying, and everybody's hodling, or, you know, and the prices keep on going up. That is a theory, and I was like, you know, I don't know if I can negatively like throw that out, but it's something that is I didn't quite think about, and it's something to consider. Now, I'm not saying don't take profits, but I'm saying might be open to new ideas come into the market, because I'm in the ball camp of, I think the 4-year cycles as we know them changed. I don't like using the term broken, because I don't believe that, not necessarily they're broken, but I do think that like Bitcoin right now, we won't see the traditional 80% pullback. I think we'll be in the ballpark of 60 to 50% pullbacks. So let's say, and I don't believe the top, like everybody else, is like 250K, and I am taking it like 1 week at a time to really kind of figure my thoughts out, because this is live data. So that's why a lot of times crypto influencers will make predictions, but then not realize that, tell people they changed them, because one, they will either forget, two, because they expect everybody to see the same live data that they're looking at. And I'm thinking that we will run to like 140 to 180,000 Bitcoin, and then have a pullback to like 80K. You know, everybody's gonna say, oh, the 100K is the bottom. Maybe we'll hit 80K. Maybe we'll push down and hit like that 60K sweet spot. Was interesting with this last like bull run. So we went up to 64,000, and we came, I can't remember the mathematical equation, but we came down to 64,000, or we went to 69 last bull run, and we came down to 16K, 15K Bitcoin at the bare bottom. And the average cost for a BTC was $24,000 at that time. So it broke below the average price of a Bitcoin. So what I'm thinking is actually going to happen is the average cost of a Bitcoin is $48,000. I think the bare bottom right now, this is like a 3-year projection or whatever, you know, a BTC will be around $50,000. That, I think that will be the bear market bottom. So going off of that, analysts, I think that we'll probably hit 150, 140, 150 top. That's going off that analyst. And I think we might be in the ballpark of like 140, and we might get like a wick for like a week to 180. Well, it's just like, it's freaking out. The news is talking about it. The White House is talking about it. The other countries are talking about it, and it goes to 180, and then it's going to crash one more time. I don't know what would that bring, but you know, generally around the midterms, or maybe expect around the midterms, that we have that crash or that bottom. I don't know. What do you think about that? You think that's a possibility that we'll come down that low? You think so? 16,000 was our bottom last time. Average Bitcoin cost is 24,000. If we go to 150,000, we could crash down to $50,000, which is the average Bitcoin's 48K. Oh, what's up? 2AA2. I didn't even see your chat, man. I was really in the zone of drawing. I like the squiggly lines. Are we in a short? I think yes. I think temporarily the next couple of days, I think we're gonna have more downward action. I think the next like hour or so, you might be able to see a fake out where people think it's gonna keep running up but not come back down. Which scenario you think is realistic? You think that's that second scenario, John 316, that 50K will be the range area of the next bottom, and you think 140 to 180 could be the top? You think that's what's realistic, or do you think the second scenario that one guy was listening to, saying that all the normies are going to sell up here and we're never actually going to come down? We might do like a little quick fake out, but then just kind of sky's the limit. You know, Bitcoin strategic reserves becomes a thing, and we're just scooping it in. I'm almost wondering too, like they start scooping BTC, and they realize they can move the market, and then they dump it on the normies, and they pay off whatever debt is. 50K, yeah, I think 50K is reasonable. I told myself like a year ago when I heard that, I don't even remember where I heard that. I actually think I pieced that together myself. Like, I think I was listening to Crypto RSS, and he was George, right? And he was saying that the average cost of Bitcoin, and I was like, oh, dude, I should remember these numbers because I feel like they're going to play a role in the top later. 120K top, I feel like that's kind of low. And my reasoning behind that's kind of low is I understand like bigger the market cap, harder it is to move. Like I heard that concept, but dude, I heard that so much this last market cap bear run where people are like, don't buy XRP, it can't 20x, dude. It freaking going 20x. I'm gonna go son of a biscuit eating monkey. In fact, it did more than 20x. I don't really think market cap itself is a good tool, but it's not always accurate. I think 120K is low. I do think that because we broke our all-time high of 69K October, November, December, and in like 3 months we moved like 50,000 bucks without even the government getting involved, without the strategic reserve. Trump hasn't even won the election yet. I think that's gonna be pretty low. I do think that's gonna be pretty low. I mean, where are we at? No, this is February 24th. We went up to 69,000. So we moved 20K in 1 month. Okay, so 1 month, that's all that was. February or March. Yeah, 1 month we moved 20K. And then back here, let's say we could go from the bottom, or do you want to go from the top? Or go in the middle. We're at 60,000 bucks, okay? And we go up to peak, we'll go from the middle. 60,000 to 101. We made 40K in January to August. So, you go from like when we actually launched January from October. So 3 months, October, 3.5 months. So you're moving up 3.5 months. We moved up almost 60K. You're going up like an average of like 18 grand. Or if you really want to get technical, we don't even go up to the peaks. We just go off this leg right here. You start at the bottom, we'll kind of count right down here. 62,000 in October. And this leg, by November, we were at 96,000. That's 30 grand in 1 month. 30 grand. So if we get to our peak of 117, now granted, you're only saying we're going to go $13,000 more with a 120K top. I just don't see that. I think in higher, I'm thinking at least, not financial advice, but 135 minimum for a top. I mean, how fast that sucker ripped in 6 months time. You know, this is like 6 months time right here. August to January. In 6 months, if we get that, let's say this leg right here is like this leg right here. Or this is like a tiny leg. Or this is a big leg. And this is like a tiny leg. So what's if the markets are getting bigger? Then you could say that if you like measure this leg to this leg, you'll and this one's actually a bigger leg. You could be looking at like something more crazy, like a couple of days of downward action. You're looking at a ballpark of 140,000. That I think is pretty accurate. You might be right. Maybe it is 120, but I just feel hesitant to think that the tops, where am I at? Right here. Like that doesn't seem like a very good leg. I mean, maybe you're right. But if you measure like the distance of like this full leg to where we could break out right here, I think it's gonna be higher. So you're in the ballpark, Daniel. That's a higher possibility that Trump extended the bull run. That is also a very good possibility. I feel I'm such a small influencer, you know, but I feel kind of crazy saying it, but I think that cycles might have changed. I do believe that. Like the 50K is based off they don't change, and if they did change, That could be a possibility. Now, I think it also kind of depends on the midterms too. It really, I think if we could get more people in the Senate and the House and win them vote and get more crypto regulation passed, I think it's bullish. I mean, like, look, did you guys open up the news today? Katie Hobbs in Arizona was like, nah, we're not buying Bitcoin. And I was just like, wow, that's just crazy. I mean, you could just based off the history of Bitcoin, you can buy it anywhere like 10, 15 year one Bitcoin. What are we? 2024. Bitcoin's been out since 2008, 9. Yeah, like say 15 years ago. You could have bought it anywhere between then and now, besides this peak, and you would be up in profit. I just can't figure out where Katie's coming from, saying that's not a good asset to buy. Now, in her theory, if you're looking at it, it's 100K. You're thinking in your head, well, maybe I can wait for a pullback before buying it. But if you're playing with government money, why not start a DCA strategy and start buying Bitcoin? Love getting into the bit action, man. This is strong floor, though. I mean, you guys can see that we're knocking on this door right here. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Break up, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Break down, straight play down. We're coming back up, bing bong in the back. I follow you guys. Follow this guy, All in Crypto. I really like him because he was basic technical analysis, and he's the one that actually kept me supportive of during the bear market of Hedera. Like, I liked Hedera, but he's like, dude, get into it. It's great TA, and he was saying some pretty good numbers. I really enjoyed talking about it in crypto, and he pulled an 8-year chart pattern because it's so long of an 8-year pattern that's not usually used. But he's like, dude, I'm calling it right now. I think it was like $2.19 for the Hedera, and then he said $19.27 for XRP tops. Which I know blockchain back at BCB, he really likes the $10 range for XRP, and me, I don't really. I'm in the ballpark, I think, of this All in Crypto guy, and I'm not looking for catching the tops, but I have like a number of financial funds I would like to attain during this bull run, and then from that I'm going to change my life. That's what I'm going to do. I've already changed it a bunch of different ways, and I still work a 9 to 5, but my idea is doing this full time and then just enjoying talking with people, because that's what I really enjoy doing. I like helping people, I like talking to people. I want to teach them. I've done the whiteboards already. The whiteboards really make me feel silly. I did the Amway thing. They really make me feel MLM. I'm not into that, but it's fun to go to other people's houses and help, like, turn the light bulbs on, like turn them on. Everybody's like, wow, I can see. I didn't realize those lights turned on. I never noticed that light switch behind the TV before, where it just auto zone adults into, and then once you flick the switch, people are like, wow, I can get out of this room. So I do really enjoy that. I think I'm getting ready to guys get off, unless you guys have any more questions to say. Give it like 30 seconds. Yeah, now. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put Trent back on the stage. He put back off his computer. Now he's gone. Now he's here. Now he's gone. Now he's here. Now he's gone. This is. Oh, well, all right, I gotta take mine off. You can throw a Trent's chart on his computer. He left it on the Crypto Analyzer Pro. Can't turn it up. But now it's gone. Hey, Daniel, thanks for coming in, man. You're a good regular, and I really appreciate you showing up and supporting us, because, like I said, we are small, and it's all about growing. We are planning having a bunch of interviews. I've reached out to several different people already. We're having somebody come on May 10th, I do believe. It will be 11 a.m. Pacific Northwestern time. So we will see how it goes, just because he's farther away. He's in UK. So I think it's like a 9-hour difference for us, but it'll be good. We're going to talk about Crow, I do believe. That's what our main subject we're going to cover. And then we have a couple other people we're planning to get on. We have some pretty good, actually, surprises for you guys, and they're in the works right now. just because of how well we are connected and behind the scenes, and how well, you know, I think a lot of it too is like, if you talk to people and actually show, like my mom always said when I was homeschooled, she used to always tell us, Tyler, I don't care if you failed. I care if you put the effort in. I think when you aren't afraid of failure, but you're willing to put the effort in and you reach out to people and you talk to people and you actually treat people like a person. And I don't necessarily want to say beg for people to come on, but you know, hey, you guys, you're small at one point in time. We're small. This is what we're doing. This is our background. This is who we are. And people feel that realness coming through the screen. They hear it in your voice. They hear that emotion. They're like, dude, this guy's got the drive. Like I had the drive. You know what I mean? I think that is what's carrying us to keep growing, to keep pursuing this channel. And this thing's going to be big, guys. Just watch you wait. And I want to be different than all the traditional influencers, because a lot of them have that same background, the same tags and everything. Like that's why we do blockchain brews, because we're always trying to mix it up. You know, we're targeting different audiences, and we want to help the new beginners in the space, not just the OGs who've been around, and talk about like different ideas and the futures that we can bring. But thanks again, John316, and we appreciate you. We will be on, I do believe, tomorrow for the candle close at 5 p.m. Pacific Northwestern time. And that'll probably be a shorter stream. I can't figure it's going to be as long as it is today. And then we will be back on Monday doing our regular. I try, and Trent tries to. We try to come on every single day around the same time every day. But thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. You guys, you know, kick ass and take names, and you're always here showing us the love, and we appreciate you, because we wouldn't be here without you. You guys are the show. We're not the stars. You guys are the stars. Have a great night.